Mr. Vice Chancellor at University of Ibadan. It's a pleasure that you have accepted to be part of this compendium of interviews of University Vice Chancellors organized by UniversityWorldNews, which is the leading international. How did you become interested in, as a scholar, how did you become interested in this position that is always very turbulent, being a Vice Chancellor? Because scholars run away from this kind of position.
Thank you so much for that question. Let me straight away tell you that I did not set out to be a Vice Chancellor. I think all I wanted to do was to be a leader in my professional world, and thank God I'm a leader as of today. I'm a consultant obstetrician and gynecologist. I became a professor of obstetrics and gynae, and today I'm president of an African organization for research and training in cancer. So I think in terms of getting to the top, I'm there. But along the line, by some curious twist, Mrs. Bola Ofi, who happened to be a lecturer in the Department of Nursing, walked to my office and said, "Professor Adewole, I think you can be a dean." Very interesting. And I could still remember it was raining on that day. And I took the phone from him and I said, "Well, think about it." She left my office, and about 30 minutes later she came back. She forgot her key in my office. And whether it was deliberate or accidental, I wouldn't know. She came back and said, "I left my key in your office. Can I have it?" I gave the key to her. It was then I realized the key was in my office. And she said, "Please do not forget what I told you." And I think on the last day she called me again and I filled the form. And I came in on a post as the dean of the faculty. And that happened to be then the largest faculty in University of Ibadan. And that, for the first time, gave me an insight into what it takes to manage an arm of the university. I saw the challenges, and to me, that stimulated me. And for the first time, I said, look, I must contribute my quota to making things change. Thereafter, I became the provost. And when I left office as provost, I thought the best thing was maybe I should rest. But towards the end of my tenure, I competed for the position of vice chancellor, simply because colleagues came and said, "Oh, you could take a shot, you have what it takes," and so on. And so in 2005, I competed, but then came second. And I think I haven't tasted, or I haven't moved close to the corridor, maybe really at the door. To really make an attempt to open that door once again was not too difficult. So in 2010, I came back knocking, and thank God the door got opened, and here am I as the 11th Vice Chancellor of this nation's resource and treasure.
Thank you, sir. Can you give a brief description of your university and its main challenges?
Well, for Ibadan, I think Ibadan is unique. We all know the story of University of Ibadan, right from when it was established in 1948 and described by Emeritus Professor Ibanjo as the nation's treasure and resource. And over the last couple of years, I've described it as our common legacy and heritage. The University of Ibadan will be 65 years old this year. And I do tell people often and often, even this morning, that a man that is 65 years old will have to take it easy, will need a lot of makeup, a lot of medical attention, and so on. And so University of Ibadan should not be different. So we have our own challenges. But then if I have to go straight to my point, I'll tell you, someone asked me, "Mr. Vice Chancellor, can you name your 3 challenges?" And I said, infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. If you ask me to go down to the specific, I would say electricity, electricity, and electricity. And unfortunately, this is not what a Vice Chancellor in South Africa, in Europe, would describe as a challenge. They are taken for granted. A Vice Chancellor in Europe, USA, will not have to think about electricity and water. The infrastructure is there. But in Nigeria, I do not want to say in Africa, 70% of Vice Chancellors, if not more, will spend 70% of their time taking care of those infrastructural problems. And to me, that is the greatest challenge that we face. We do not have enough time to think about how to contribute to making the university great, to reposition the university. And hence, many of us will have to walk through the night. You spend the day bothering about light and water. You then spend the night bothering about how to reposition the university.